Anyways, as we pick up where we last left off, the group having met with the clasp completed their assignments for the clasp and brought themselves and completed their mission for the other organizations. My brain doesn't work all the time, guys. They eventually found themselves back to
Marie
Lynn's. And
you want me to do this?
Yes, I would. You know what, Dom? Go ahead. As I work on fixing the problems that I have in front of me.
Previously on Forging Fates, our heroes, without Tristan, unfortunately, ventured forth into the depths of the city. We found the Clasp had a rival organization known as the Myriad, framing them for the release of wild creatures in the city. We managed to complete our job for the spell rights, Joseph, along with the... Who's bedinging? What are you doing?
The music.
I feel like I moved.
Is that what that was? Anyway, we wound up completing our job for the spell rights, for the Cobalt Reserve, and for the Clasp. We got paid for 2 of the 3, and then we went back to Marie Lynn's to check on Lyndon, where we found him dead. In a fit of grief, Clover and Felix attempted to release him from the swords that had pinned him to his chair.
I want to say,
Unfortunately, setting off...
I did
What?
release him. I did release him from the chair. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. Just saying.
No, you're fine. Thank you for the correction. Releasing him from the chair, but unfortunately also releasing a trapped bomb, which detonated and then triggered all of the other bombs, exploding the second floor of Marie Lynn's. Most of our party made it out through the window. Felix was dropped to 0 hit points. Finnick was triggered with another PTSD episode, and Gormrog managed to get her downstairs. And that's where we're picking up after last week's episode.
Thank you. As I adjust the cameras and everything. So, picking up where we last left off. Tristan and Finnick. The last thing you recall is...
Yeah, I'm not Tristan. I know we look kind of similar because, you know, he's this little elf and I'm a big orc, but like,
I got a lot going on here. Tristan, you're goodbye. I'm turning you off. Mute yourself, Tristan.
Come back.
All right, so picking up where we last left off, Finnick and Gormrog. As consciousness slowly returns to you, all you hear is the loud whining of ear-piercing drone fill your ears. As vision slowly returns to you, all you see is bright orange filling your vision. Slowly but surely, the vision returns to you. And you blink and blink as orange is surrounding you. The bright light of fire encircling you. Looking up, you see the wood floors, the wood ceiling above you, just encased in fire. I need both of you to roll perception checks for me.
let's go. First roll of the night. Let's make it a good one. Dirty 20.
I got a 5.
Okay. Gormrog, you're able to just kind of brush the shock out of your vision as you look around. The first thing that returns to you is you see the faint green glow of a magical aura towards the kitchen of the area you're very familiar with, and you see Marie Lynn inside of a greenish dome as she stands there, just pulling the limp body of the two goblins that you have grown years learning their names, and you see her dragging them inside the dome that Rosalind has set up around herself. Looking around, you see the body of Danny holding up the weight of wood that is collapsed upon him. His body aching with the weight of these, of the entirety of what it means to be the half orc. And you sense the looking at Danny hold up these things, you feel inside yourself all of that internal struggle. You see everything that it means to be a half orc, all that struggle, and you see him internalizing all that to hold up this beam of solid wood. You see the variety, the very few people that had been inside of Marie Lynn's, you see them scrambling and crawling towards the exit. You see Danny holding up the wood. You see Marie Lynn dragging Stern Fry into the dome that Rosalind is using her magic to hold up. And you see vines starting to work their way up from the ground around her and grab pieces of wood and push them up out from her space. Looking around, you see Seamus crumpled and broken towards the entrance of Marie Lynn's. A piece of wood jammed through his body as he has been completely destroyed by the explosion. The gnolls that had previously sung
And
every night to entertain Marie Lynn's, you see Aldok, Italk, and Olgeth all broken and destroyed on the stage. You see Finnick next to you, slowly waking up from her trauma and unconsciousness next to you. You look and you see Marie. You see them all look towards you. What has happened? Everyone, get out!
first thing is Finnick having another panic attack.
Finnick, roll d20 for me.
That would be a 9.
Yes, Finnick, as you look around, the flames engulfing the space around you, there is nothing but bright orange as the flames lick across the ceiling, lick across every surface around you. You are reminded of all that you have seen before. You see the flames wrap around you and engulf you, and you feel the fire burn every inch of your skin. I need you to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
That would be a 23.
Okay, you're able to move. You're focused up in this just the intensity of the moment, and you're able to focus and rile yourself to to move forward in the situation. You see Gormrod next to you. You see the vines creeping around Rosalind and Marie Lynn, and you're able to move forward in this moment. What are you guys doing?
Reaching down, I'm going to help Finnick up. I'm going to say, Felix needs you. Get out and around back. Go.
I'm gonna just try and find the exit then.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check for me as you try and crawl out. Wood crashing around you. These fiery timbers landing around you as you try to dig yourself out of the rubble.
15.
Okay. Gormrog, what are you doing in this moment?
I gotta help Danny.
Okay. What are you going to do? What are you doing for Danny?
I'm gonna help him support the beams.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get next to him and just orc it out.
Roll a strength check for me.
17.
Okay. As you low crawl through towards Danny, moving through the rubble as it crashes around you, the different parts of the establishment you spent years of your life growing and learning through. You see ahead of you Marie Lynn and Rosalind holding up. You see Marie Lynn pulling bodies into the dome that Rosalind is growing around herself. The vines slowly sinking out and bracing parts around her. You low crawl your way over to Danny. Standing up, you join him, your half orc brother, joining with him. You grasp hold of the logs that have come down around the family you've grown to know. You hold it up. Go ahead and roll another strength check for me as you try and brace yourselves against this.
19.
You grab another piece next to him. What's happening? How did this all happen?
Tell you once we're all out.
Is everyone okay?
No.
You see him struggle as the heavy weight starts to lower down on him, but you're right there with him. You lift up the portion of it. The pair of you able to sustain this small dome of safety around the group of that you've come to know as a family. Finnick, you slowly crawl your way out. And eventually making your way out, you see the dead gnome body just impaled by the spikes and the fragments of wood around him. Just while you never loved this gnome, you had grown to know him and grown to accept the sarcasm that is him. And you respected him a little bit.
I'm so
But
sorry.
you crawl past his impaled body and make your way out into the cold street. The fire's pushing out from behind you. You make your way onto the cold cobblestone. Finnick and Clover. Whisper and Clover. What are you two doing?
Well, I jumped out of the window with Felix's body, unconscious body. As we landed, it took me a second to recover, but once I did, I used all of my strength to crawl away from the burning building and drag his body with me. All of his clothes are burned, and the fur on my feet is burned, and I'm just finally got him away from the smoke. And I'm just looking down on him, like begging him, like, Felix, please wake up. I'm so sorry. I need you to wake up, Felix, please. And I'm like looking around. Does anyone have a health potion? Can anybody help? and just going back and forth between talking to Felix and calling out for help.
Whisper, what are you doing?
I'm still in direwolf form and carrying Lyndon's body with my mouth. So I'm just dragging him along away from the fire.
Okay. Felix, go ahead and roll another death saving throw for me.
It was a 2.
Yes. That's a 2. Okay. Clover, you feel Felix's body slowly start to drift away in your grasp.
Pulling my body up off the ground, I'm trying to stand, and I've got him cuffed in my arms, like my arms are under his arms, and I'm just pulling him and yelling, "Can anybody help? Does anybody know magic? Does anybody have any health potions?"
Finnick, what are you doing? You hear the calls of Clover in the distance.
I am doing everything in my power to get over there. I'm gonna use Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Okay.
Just so I can move there quicker.
Okay. Okay. All right. I need you to roll a d20 for me. Just to see if you can get there fast enough.
18.
Okay. You cast a spell on yourself, and you're moving with every fucking iota of your body that can move. You are pouring into yourself. You feel your muscles burn with every inch of movement, and you run towards the voice of Clover, knowing that there is the group of family that you've established over the last few days. There is desperation in Clover's voice, and you feel that in every step you take. And you run and you see the limp body of Felix in Clover's arms. What are you doing?
Finnick, please.
I'm running. I'm like essentially gonna run as fast as I can.
You make it there. You make it right next to Clover in these seconds.
I'm going to wrap my hands around Felix's face and use my healing hands.
Okay, roll for healing hands.
Oh, it's once per long rest as an action. I can touch a
Okay.
creature and restore 3 hit points.
Okay. You rest your hands on the limp body of Felix, and you pump that little bit of divine magic you feel inside yourself. That part you've hated, but you understand is a part of you. You pump it into the limp body of Felix.
Just
Felix, there is a portion of time where your eyes flutter open, and you see glass, and you see the liquid in front of you. You see bubbles floating in your vision. This isn't something you're familiar with. What does this mean? What does all this mean? There is Finnick in front of you, tears streaming down her face. The arms of Clover, the person you've known forever, wrapped around you. You see her face, tears streaming down it, involuntarily. Just you see the people that you truly know being Clover, and the people you've come to learn in front of you.
Probably coughing blood and smoking. But it's not. Why are you crying on me, Clover? Hey, get your hands off my face, please. Oh.
And I just like give him like the biggest hug in the world and like bury his head like against me.
Where's everybody? Where's Lyndon? Where? And I get up and I look, and where's Whisper? I can't.
You see the large form of a direwolf within your periphery.
Is Finnick still limp on the ground?
Finnick is there, her hands pressed against your small body.
Lyndon,
in front of you.
Lyndon. Yeah, is Lyndon still limp on the ground?
Yeah, you see Lyndon clasped in the jaws of the large dire wolf.
I look at Finnick like, did you just bring me back, Finnick?
Yes?
And you did do it to him. What are you doing? Are you serious right now?
Calm down. You need to
You tried
relax.
earlier.
You need to
You
relax.
tried earlier.
What did I do wrong? And I don't have time to
You
look.
need
I don't
something
have time to look at
stronger.
what I did wrong.
I'm gonna grab Felix by the face. It's like, we need to get to somebody stronger than us.
The school,
Bring him back.
there's high level, there's teachers, there's clerics, there's a temple there. There's gotta be somebody.
Felix, we have to go to the Platinum Dragon's Rest. That's what Gormrod said. That's the only person who's gonna help.
Then do it. What are we waiting for? Why are you not dragging my body?
Because I was dragging your body. Don't test me right now.
I did. Oh, we are outside. I'm sorry, Clover. As I rub my head a little bit. That's where this bump is from.
Come on, Clover. Now that Felix is back to his, smart ass self, Clover's gonna stand up and run towards Whisper and Lyndon.
Okay, Gormrug, back to you. What are you doing? You're holding the crumbling.
I'm holding up the beam. Danny's holding up the beam. Murray, Lynn, and Rosalind are trying to get everybody into that dome. Is there anybody left alive besides us that still needs to get out?
You see the crumbled bodies of several of the patrons just not moving, strewn about the area. You see Stir, whose body is not moving, as Rosalind and Marilyn have dragged him inside the dome that she has created, and you see Fry there, just trying to understand what's going on around him. What? Why? What is happening? What? Ah! You see him just trying to understand what's happening around him. As flames lick around you, and slowly the wood crumbles and breaks around you. Rosalind looks towards you. Gonrug, I need you to get them out. As she holds, you see her sweat starting to pour around her brow, as she is focusing every ounce of magical ability she has in wrapping these vines around the burning timbers around her. She pushes against every ounce of weight.
Okay. Broomsh has no hold on me. I make my destiny. Danny, you still with me?
I'm with you. What are we doing?
On the count of 3, you and I are going to drop this thing. We're going to run. And in each hand, you're going to grab Stir and you're going to grab Fry.
Okay.
You're going to get him out.
Got it.
1, 2, 3.
Drops
And we're going to drop it. Going to take off. I'm going to go for Marie, Lynn, and Rosalind.
Okay. He moves towards Stir and Fry. I need you both to roll dexterity saving throws.
It's a good thing I'm a freaking monk. 19.
Okay.
Guys, I'm shaking like a leaf. Jesus.
He rolled really bad. You see as he drops,
I told him to go for the little guys.
He drops the timber and starts making his way towards the two, one limp body, one body that is still up there. You see Stir still active in his movements. He kind of jumps towards Danny as he grips him, and he lifts up the body of Fry. The wood crashes down around him, snapping. You see the wood land against his femur, snapping the bone. You see his entire leg just move in a different direction, and you see His whole body falls to the ground, launching Stir forward towards you, trying to save the one person who is still alive as him and Fry fall back as the wood crashes down. The flames burst out from the sudden movement, burning the entire side of Danny's face. Go! And he
Nope,
pushes
not without him.
Stir forward.
I'm gonna veer off track, lift the log. Even if I take damage, I gotta get him out.
Okay, go ahead and roll another dexterity saving throw. Actually, you know what? For this, I'm going to say it's a strength saving throw because he is under timber at this point.
Okay. That would be a natural 20 for a total of 24.
Okay. Danny crumbles underneath the wood. Fry falling with him, just unmoving in his unconsciousness. You see Danny with one hand push Stir forward, pushing him out through the front door. And you look at Danny, the desperation on his face. You've known Danny for a long time. He is a simple man. He is everything you've known about Danny. He wants to do the right thing. You see that far and above today, as he is doing everything he can to ensure his family makes it out of this. He throws the unconscious body of Fry forward, and you're able to pull Fry's body easily out of the situation. And you see Danny there, the wood landing upon his body. You grab him and start to pull. He is pinned heavily under burning timber. See him look at you. Get him out of here!
Lifting the timber, I'm like, you're too good to not be in this world. And I'm just going to put my back into it and just lift it off of him. He has to live too. He doesn't have a choice. I won't let him die.
Roll on the flag check for me.
How
16?
has been going by? Would we know who's gone?
Say that again, Felix. I'm sorry.
I was curious. How long has it been? We know Gormog's still in the building.
You're about 15 seconds. We're very, very tight. We're moving very simultaneous areas here.
Okay.
I will say I'm going to roll for Danny here to try and get out. You said you rolled a 15? He rolled the 15 as well. Okay. He grabs your hand, and the pair of you, neither of you necessarily strong people, but the pair of you together just flex your arms and just drag. His legs are just destroyed as he pulls himself with you out of this flaming inferno behind him. And he drags with you, pulling himself out from the inferno behind him. But he is alive, and he is with you in this moment as he pulls himself from the wreckage.
Rosalind and Marie Lynn are in the dome. I'm getting him out.
You all, Rosalind and Marie Lynn, without issue, are making their way out.
Yeah.
They have.
I'll fireman carry Danny out. I don't care. But just
you throw him
as
over
many
your
people
shoulder.
alive as possible.
You throw him over your shoulder and just are able to drag the two half-orcs out as rubble crashes down around you. Flames erupting out like a spout of a dragon's breath explodes out behind you, burning your back slightly, but you're okay, and you make it out with minimal difficulty. Losing your gnome friend and the gnome the knoll team you're familiar with. Finnick, roll a d20 for me.
That'd be a 7.
You are, as you are stumbling back from the entrance, you look, and regardless of how this looks to everyone else, you see nothing but fire. You see flames exploding around you. You see nothing but flames and fire burning you. You feel the fire on your skin as all of this explodes and burns around you. And while you take no damage from the fire, you feel every inch of your body burn with the flames. Whisper, Blover, Felix, what are you guys doing?
You see me take off that like broken glasses. Clover, you need to go find Gormrog. I can't move very fast, and I'm hurt, but he needs our help, I feel. And can you drag me to Whisper?
Yeah.
I am just a wolf dragging a dead body, and I'm looking around for guidance on where to go with this body.
Just first off, let's just get him away from the smoke. Let's lay him down somewhere until Gormrog comes. Gormrog knows where to go.
Yes, let me try again. I'm not dead yet. Give me his hand.
No. This is how
Felix,
I can't lose both of you.
go get Gormrog. I'm not worried about us. Go, Nick. Go get Gormrog.
Gormrog, Whisper, Finnick, Felix, and Clover. You suddenly hear a voice on top, aiming up. You hear a voice calling from up high. We warned all of you. You keep turning against us, and we will bring wrath upon all of you. We warned you, and this is what would happen. You keep bringing us, and you make us do these things, and we weren't prepared to do it. As you all look up, you see the blue-skinned, frog-like individual standing there on top of Gormrog, your apartment building. This is what you did. You turned against us, and I promised you this is what would happen.
Clover, in an instant, is taking out her crossbow and shooting.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
It's not smart, but she's not thinking right now.
I'm going to say roll at disadvantage because you're so emotionally invested in this.
It was also a surprise attack, though.
That's
so
fair. You know what? Fair enough. Roll straight.
Okay.
That's fair. I'm with it. Roll straight.
17 plus. Where's my sword bow? Oh, there it is. 5. 22 to hit.
Oh, roll damage. Roll damage for me.
Nine.
You just instinctively, Clover. You're fucking that more than you've ever experienced in your life. You see red. Your vision narrows as this voice appears above you, and you see the person you've heard about over the last 5 days. Your vision snaps. Without even unthinking, you pull out your crossbow and fire off a bolt. It sends the small frog-like form of this person. Oh, I see we haven't learned our lesson yet. Farewell, then. And he just starts to bounce off in the opposite direction. You hear his voice echo in the distance. Guess there's more we have to learn.
What was that?
Guess there's more we have to learn. as he starts to bounce his way out across the distance, his voice growing fainter and fainter as he moves.
Fair enough. Let's get Lyndon help.
Okay? What's everyone doing? You're all outside of the flames now.
Gonna turn to Marie Lynn and Miss Roslyn and say, that was the Myriad. You thought the clasp was a problem. It's not. Clasp has been helping us. The Myriad are the problem. They're trying to frame the clasp. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill every single one of them.
Marilyn, a person who you've known to be hot-tempered over the entirety of your interaction with her, is solemn in her expression. She comes to you, stepping up close as you rise to your feet. She grasps you by the collar and pulls you in close. Gormrug, kill every last one of these motherfuckers. Go. And she pushes you off with her hand.
And now I'm gonna go try and find my friends.
Okay.
I would like to grab Whisper, and I say, Whisper, take me, take Lyndon, bring us to the Temple Ward, bring us to the Platinum Dragon. You see both my legs trapped as I go to 5 levels of exhaustion. I go to 0 mobility, and I cast Enlarge on you.
Okay.
You are bigger, you are faster. I say, take me, run. My legs are cracked, I'm bleeding, 3 HP. I have 10 max HP because I'm, well, about 11 because I'm halved from my HP. And I'm just now on the ground. I trust you.
Like Princess Mononoke.
Whisper, you are now a huge dire wolf, filling the entirety of the street. You have the limp body of the halfling you have only for several days known, clasped within your jaw. Limp and prepared to move. You don't know where to go. You are not familiar with the area.
We still need.
Felix is on your back.
I'll tell her. I know where it is. I'm saying go left.
Oh,
Go!
I'm coming with you. I guess Clover is jumping onto her too because she's not going to let.
No.
She's going.
Yes, 100%. As you break the corner of the alleyway onto the main street, you see Finnegan and Gormrug there on the main road. What are you guys doing?
I'm yelling at him.
I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to get Whisper to stop right at Gormrog.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just like patting her side. Like, stop, dude.
I'll
Stop.
stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stop. I don't.
Gormrug, we ride!
Suddenly,
As
I'm
you-
huge.
Gormrog, we need to know where the ward is, the place that can heal Lyndon.
Bullward, north. This way. And to Finnick, I'm just gonna say, good job.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lead them to the Platinum Dragon's Rest.
You all get on Whisper's back, I would assume?
No, I just run.
You're running with her. Finnick, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna follow behind. I'm not gonna be able to fit on that back.
I need you to roll.
I know I'm not gonna be moving fast.
Yeah. All right. Let's just say you're
I'll just-
falling behind.
I would
Yeah,
like
I'm-
to, if I see that, I would like to keep my familiar with her then, and I would tell my familiar.
I'll meet you
Okay.
guys there.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Easy enough. Let's not get too wrapped up in the details. Gormrug, using your full speed, you running next to the dire wolf, leading the way. Whisper, you see Gormrug leading you as the pair of you just running full speed, diving through the streets of the darkened alleys of night. The pads of your feet The only things that are echoing throughout the night. You make your way, diving through the various alleyways, Gormrog leading the way, eventually making your way up to the Temple District. Gormrog, not a place you're super familiar with, but you know well enough, with Felix's help, the pair of you knowing the way towards the Platinum Dragon's sanctuary of Western. As you come up in the darkened of night, you see the modest-sized temple. Finnick, as you come or bring up the rear, it's a temple that is impressive in itself, but not by any means something that would raise awe from you and the history you have. But for Felix and Gormrog, and especially you, Clover, this is a temple that is awe-inspiring in every way. You see the massive spires of the Platinum Dragon's respite. You see everything that you would expect a temple to Bahamut to be. And Gormrog, Finnick, and Felix, this is a temple that you are not unfamiliar with. And for some of you, this is the Platinum Dragon's Rest. A styled of temple that makes sense. For those of you that are familiar with religion, this very much looks like a temple to the Platinum Dragon. You see a wyvern perched on the top of the Platinum Dragon's Rest, just encased in this bright silver armor. You see it looking down. Finnick, you know exactly who that wyvern is. You're very well aware of what a wyvern in the Platinum Dragon's temple would mean. Whisper, you probably too would understand what that means. What that means, we'll talk later. But you look at this. Okay, we are at the Platinum Dragon's Rest. This is the temple for the Platinum Dragon.
I just run up to the door and either rip it open or start banging if it's locked.
There's never a lock on the Platinum Dragon's Rest.
No, then the door is almost coming off its hinges.
You rip it open, and the doors slam apart, and you dive inside. There's pews laid out, which is not unexpected. Felix and you, Gormrog, have easily explored this area before. You're very well aware that the Platinum Dragon's Rest is always accepting of anyone who has any questions about anything that could possibly need the Platinum Dragon's protection. You dive inside, ready to just explore that area, and you see inside the pews laid out, every portion that you could possibly expect inside of a religious experience. You enter into, and there is the altar set up up front, the pews lined up in front, and you enter in. There's no one obviously standing up at the pew. There's nothing going on in front of you, but you enter inside carrying the body of your fallen comrade.
Clarence! I need a clerk!
You call out. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me. Whoever needs to do it, whoever's calling out, go ahead and roll it at advantage.
$13.
Okay. Gormrog, you pull inside, hollering out. And you call out to whoever will hear. You holler out, and there's a silent moment before you hear the voice of a man call out, "Who seeks the passage of the great Bahamut?
Shut up. Somebody's dead.
Bring them in!" You see, bursting forth from the side, coming out from one of the side rooms, a male Goliath, older in age for a Goliath. You Gormrog would know the average age of a Goliath. He's about 40 years old, gray skin, white robes with these silver outlines. A set of robes that you're not unfamiliar with. What has happened here?
Myriad attacked. He's a member of the guard. We need him revived.
Bring him in, son. Bring him in.
Whisper.
Is this dire wolf with all of you? Is
Yeah. This is Whisper.
Whisper? That's the name of your dire wolf. Whisper, please bring it down. And he opens a large set of double doors to the side that leads down to a lower portion of the temple.
Am I still huge?
Yes, you are still a dire wolf. Yes.
But like
In the temple. Yeah.
the Felix size.
How long does that last, Felix?
A minute.
Yeah, definitely.
You're no longer giant size.
Okay, cool.
May I ask, before I get too dramatic here, may I ask a real quick dynamic about it? When you said we take levels of exhaustion, that's per level of the spell?
Yes.
It would be if
So
you
first
cast a
level,
second level spell, you would take 2 levels
So-
of exhaustion.
So you see me look at Whisper, and as you see me lose concentration, it's almost as if my whole life energy is seeping away. I say, Whisper, save them, please. And you see me drop back down to 0.
You
I'm a wolf. Can't respond.
Goliath man.
Oh, Clover, I can't hear you. You're blanking on a lot of things.
I did roll a 19 for the first death saving throw, if that's necessary to know. But I'm dead. Got us here, though.
All right. Anyways, a lot of you guys blanking out. I can't hear you too much.
Am I blanking off for everyone?
You're good.
No, I got you.
Good now.
Test.
All right, you're good.
I'm speaking to the Goliath man pertaining to Felix. Help him, please.
Bring them all in. We'll help everyone as we can. What has happened? What has befallen everyone?
The myriad attacked. They
Very
exceeded
well.
an entire inn and restaurant. But these are my brothers. I need you to save them.
I will do whatever we can, child. Come in, everyone, please. What can we do?
Healed the one in the hat. Revived the other one.
Bring them in. Bring them
They are in.
downstairs.
We have brought
They're
them in.
in. They're in.
They are laid at your feet. They are in. We are here.
Okay, very well. We will, as you bring them all downstairs. Is anyone need instant healing? Just so I'm aware. Felix, did you do anything that needs instant healing?
Yeah, he dropped to 0
Yeah, Felix passed
Let's
out again.
use
because of exhaustion.
6 levels of exhaustion.
Okay, Felix. Okay, Felix. I need you to roll a d20 death saving throw. If you exhaust yourself again.
Yep, I just rolled 1 and I got 19.
Okay. You stabilize in this instant. As you enter into the space, you are stabilized. As You enter into the temple and collapse with exhaustion. You are brought in and stabilized in this instant. And you are healed with 6 healing points as the Goliath pulls you towards himself and instantly launches 6 points of healing into you as he attempts to revive you in this instant.
Is Lyndon alive yet? Why am I here?
Clover is going to kneel down next to Lyndon and grasp one of his hands. He's going to look up at the Goliath and say, "Please bring him back. I need him."
How long has he been down?
Hours?
Child, this is not something easily done.
Well, do it hard. I don't care. Just do whatever it takes.
Bring them down to our temple, please. Carry him. Let us bring him to the temple, and we will do the best we can. It is not an easy procedure, but we'll do everything we can for him.
Okay.
As you all bring him down, the Goliath leads you down to the various staircases, eventually bringing you out onto a floor of just a vast array of beds. And there are a few bodies laid across the various cots and beds laid out in this space. And you see the bodies of a few individuals laid out, one of which is sitting up, and you see them sitting up in the space. If I can get this box working. There we go. You see the frame of an individual seated in the space. A elven male. The cut of his frame, muscular in nature. His body and his frame muscular. His back, while faced against you, is framed in a muscular nature, and you see the curvature of his back has scars and the various divots of a life lived across his back. You also see something unusual. You see scales of what you would assume is a dragon in nature placed upon that back. Tristan, you hear the footsteps of people coming down the stairs behind you. And you hear the voice, the familiar voice of the Goliath come behind you as you hear them make their ways down the stairs.
I hear them coming.
Yeah, you hear the voice of Nariman coming down the stairs, talking to someone.
Who is that?
The rest of you see the face of your familiar friend Tristan turn to look at all of you.
You
As you
son of a
break-
bitch. This is where you've been? Really? How long have you been gone? This is where you've been. You couldn't wait for us? I told you I would help you with that.
Go on me. Go on me.
Marie Lynn's is gone.
Wait.
Jameis
Wait,
is
what?
dead. Stir is dead. The Knowles? Dead. Walk again. Where have you been?
I walked away for a second. I
Yeah,
was
you
gone.
walked away. You walked away.
Yes, I was only planning on being gone for about.
Lyndon's dead.
Wait. Who? What happened? What happened to the end? Where is Marie Lynn?
I needed you. And I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna grab him by his hair. A fistful of it. And I'm gonna gently put my forehead to his, and I'm gonna say, I needed you. Where were you?
I was gone for a second, a minute, a day.
It's been days. Plural. And it's been the worst.
Dead.
It's been the worst couple of days without you. You're my best friend and my brother, and I've been lost without you. I've been staying up late and waking up early every day, waiting for you to come back. Every corner I looked down, every alleyway I passed, looking for you. I needed you. And I still need you. Come back. Why are you here?
They were growing. It was hard. I fell down. I passed out for a little while, and then I needed help. I didn't know that Marie, and you start to like see his eyes go into the reptilian glow in and out, and
Hey, no. Here. If you're gonna be here, be here. Don't give in to that.
Marie Lynn.
She's alive. Alive.
Stir fry. Damn.
Danny's hurt. Stir is gone. Fry's still alive.
I walked away for a fucking second.
Lyndon is gone. He was protecting them. That's why we're here. We're trying to bring him back. Felix is in and out. Look at him. Turn around. Look at him.
You see me just burnt to crisp on the ground, broken legs, flipping through a book. Like, this is what I did wrong. It's right here. Bring me to Lyndon. I will save him. This is...
Felix, no.
Why not?
Everything was... And I walk up to... As I walk up to look straight at him, you see the eyes keep glowing reptilian to regular and going back down with going and just holding and just what is fucking going on here?
Clover,
That job-
is Tristan here to save Lyndon?
Tristan, that job we were on, we finished it. But they decided to fight us back. They attacked Lyndon. They attacked Marie Lynn's. Who knows what they're gonna go after next? I don't know what you're going through. But we need to get our shit together. Or else we're gonna end up like that.
If we don't get Lyndon back, we will rip them all to shreds. Don't worry, Finnick. I see it now. I saw it when I died. Save Lyndon. What are we doing?
Felix, I don't know what you're talking about. we ourselves are not powerful enough to bring Lyndon back.
Oh, your magic, Finnick, is amazing. You can do it.
Oh, we are here because someone is supposed to be able to heal Lyndon. They are doing it. That's why we're here. Let's do it. He's getting more dead by the second.
If you'll excuse me, I am more than happy to help with this situation. I don't know what I can do in the long term, but I promise you, the Platinum Dragon, and we are here to help. The Platinum Dragon's rest is here to help.
Revive him.
We will be in your debt. I will be in your debt. Not we. I can't say that for the part. I will be in your debt. You can take my life, my magic, whatever you need, and bring him back. I can't go back home with him dead.
With all due respect, sir, I understand how you feel, and I understand your trepidation in this, but Tristan has been with us for a few days.
You don't understand anything.
Tristan, I understand your trepidation, and we have discussed this before. I understand your problems with the Platinum Dragon, but we are here to assist in that nature. Please let us help in any way we can.
Take the body. Do what you must.
Say again, sir.
Take the body. Do what you must. And I would like to grab whatever bad medallion you have, and if I can get to him, I'm gonna flop over. I don't know, rip it off, and collect it and save him.
That is, we are more than happy to try and save your friend here. Obviously, there is certain cost that is associated with this, and we are. If you can cover this cost, we are happy to help with that.
How much?
Roll up. I need, as a group, just everyone roll a persuasion check for me, because you're coming in really hot. So I want you.
You're gonna fuck him up if he keeps talking.
I got a nat 20.
All right, you're rolling that 20. Fine.
I got
15.
11.
It is 500 gold just for materials. Whatever it costs, we are happy to cover the extraneous cost for the just pure materials. We need 500 gold just to cover the materials cost. And that's something you're happy to
do it.
Felix just received
do we have it?
100 gold earlier tonight that he hasn't split with us yet.
Yes, and you see me just dump gold out. Take all my gold, and then all my gold, and I throw it there. Take all of it.
It's 300, and we can get the rest to you. No,
there's 100 there. There's
I have
gold.
more.
There's
I have
400.
more.
I'll
Okay.
throw my gold at the.
Yeah.
Do we have 500?
Between us, we have 500.
Okay.
Do it.
So as the group just comes together, I need you guys to roll. Just make sure you notate the 500 gold, however that ends up coming out with all of you.
I have the 300 and the 400. Because you said initially I had 200 gold, 300 gold.
Whatever it is, listen. Whatever that ends up being, you guys figure out. I'm fairly certain you all have 500 gold between all of you.
Yeah, we never split it up after the jobs.
No.
So
fair enough. I'm not too concerned about that. You dump the 500 gold onto the table in front of you. Very well. Let me gather the best of our order, and we will do this for you. I don't know what your all name is, but I want to let me get our best clerics on this, okay?
The fruity pebbles are what we call it. Go save him, god damn it!
I'm not all that concerned. I'm just trying to make sure.
They're the ones who are gonna save Lyndon. You have to be nice to them.
I'm sorry.
They don't have to save Lyndon.
True. Please do.
As you all begin to engage in just this vapid discussion of who is going to perform the ritual, you see the individual who had initially make contact with you disappear for a moment before bringing back several individuals that are dressed in this much similar white and silver robed. First and foremost, you see a dwarven male, long black hair with a few strips of white on the edges of his temples come out, and you gather that this is probably the head of the temple. You see a half-elven woman, long black hair, one half of her head shaved, with the other side trimmed pretty short, wearing bright silver armor. You see a Goliath man make his way out from the room, joining the circle, and all three of them kind of join the ritual as they all prepare the space and begin to perform the ritual of resurrection on you, Clover, your brother. They don't say a word to all of you as they begin to perform the ritual. Preparing the space, they bring a large diamond out and bring it into the space and begin to perform the ritual. As they all begin, they begin to chant.
I howl.
How long does your wild shape last?
An hour.
Okay. Yes, you're 100%. You're still within that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
They all begin to perform the ritual, drawing the circle around the body of Lyndon, and they begin to chant, and they begin to perform the ritual. None of you are familiar with this, except for maybe you, Finnick, having seen this in passing in the past. They begin to perform the ritual. They begin to chant and focus their magical energies. They draw the circle around the dead body of Lyndon. The dwarf begins to, as he is performing sanctifying the space. Who wishes to speak and drive their energies to bring back this individual?
I will.
Okay, Clover. What would you like to do to focus your energies into bringing back your brother?
I'm just gonna kneel down right next to his chest, and I'm gonna hold his hand, and I'm just gonna speak to him. Lyndon, you have to come back. We can't go on without you. You're the protector of the whole family. Without you, we don't have anything. Mom needs you, Dad needs you, me, Felix, Akasha, Aster, Sage, Manuka, Golden, all of us can't go on without you. If you come back, I'll do anything. I'll tell Mom that I'm the one who threw the baseball in the window. And I'll give you all of my birthday money. and I'll be your slave for a whole week, a whole month. I'll do all of your chores. Just please come back, because we need you.
Go ahead and do me a favor and roll a persuasion check.
Looking at there it is. A 16.
Okay. As they are performing the ritual, you see the outermost ring ignite with divine and magical energy. Who would like to put something in towards the next line of magic? This cannot be a persuasion check. This would need to be some sort of other something else you would like to put into
Yeah,
this.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna look at Lyndon and wink. Not Lyndon, Felix, and I'm gonna wink.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk over to Lyndon. I'm gonna grab him by his shirt. I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna whisper in his ear. If you don't get your lazy ass up, I'm sending Wendy after you. And it'll be real interesting.
Roll an intimidation check.
All right, that's not a bad roll. Let's see what my skills are. Oh, look, half orc intimidation proficiency. That would be a 19.
All right. You see the second ring, the middle ring, ignite with energy as you, Gormrog, put forward this just desire for Lyndon to bring his soul back to the material plane and to bring himself back to the group that he has come to know, that is all of you. Who would like to put the last ounce of energy into this?
Comrade, please, can you drag me to his body?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. And I'm gonna pick him up and bring him over.
I'm gonna keep this simple, Lyndon. You made a promise to help me find and help Clover, where she came from, her home. You're not breaking that promise. Not breaking that promise. Or I will smack you with my wizard book until you come back. And you see me like trying to lift up my book, but it's just like very like I'm so just it's like so weak.
I see
I'm
him
gonna-
flopping around. I'm gonna pick up the book and just take it away from him.
I'm
What do you
gonna like snuggle up right next to you. And, like,
Okay. What skill are you trying to put into this moment, Felix?
Performance.
I mean, either. I mean, is there a way I can push any type of like just my magical aura of some kind using Arcana?
If that's what you want to do, give me a little bit of how you're trying to do that. Just give me any instance of how you're trying to do that.
This entire time I've been just flipping through my spell book, trying to figure out the combinations of how to connect these numbers. And I'm just gonna start yelling random algorithms out in the air as I'm just trying to just work spells as I'm testing my magic.
Okay. And Whisper, you're helping him with that? What are you guys doing? What?
I will join my friends on the floor and just sort of rest my hand on Lyndon's shoulder. Just.
All right. Felix, I need you to give me specifically what you're trying to do here. Because you've got two people helping you, so you're going to be at an advantage. I need you to give me a very specific way you're using your Arcana ability to focus into this resurrection ritual.
I'm closing my eyes and I want to try and remember the numbers that Lyndon had above him born. And I'm going to reset the number that I see in front of him, that I see now that's above him, back to that number. As I just try and subtract, add, all of that math. 00001. If that was advantage, the first one was a 21 with a +6, and that one was a 1. So I'm going to take the 21.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So I'm going to roll a d20 now.
I'm going to get close down to Lyndon's ear and just sort of grip his shirt, just like, I know I might not believe in a lot of things, but I believe for sure that this group cares about you and everyone needs it, and I will pray to anybody who will listen to bring you back.
Okay. I'll roll a d20, and now that you have had 3 successful things, that has lowered the DC for this resurrection ritual. So that's going to rely on this d20 and that has lowered the DC for this to work, okay? Okay. So, as This cleric of the Platinum Dragon has performed this ritual. The body of Lyndon slowly rises up as the circles have ignited with each thing you've added to this ritual. His body slowly rises up. You see the sparkles kind of rise up around him, slowly sinking into his body. The diamond that was placed but on his chest explodes and shatters around him, slowly sinking into his body. His body slowly lowers down onto the table once more. Clover, the body of your brother remains silent for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You feel the tears start to well in your eyes as the magic fades from the space. They got a bomb! Lyndon's chest starts to heave back and forth. Clover, what? Oh.
Oh my god, Lyndon! Clover's just gonna. Clover's hugging him so hard he might suffocate and die again.
What? I tried. You see the tears start to pour from his face as he tries to regather himself. Where am I? What happened? And you see him slowly, like his pupils dilate, and he passes out again on the table.
Is this normal?
Still breathing.
He's okay. He's come back to us.
Thank you.
You see Lyndon, his eyes flutter. Where am I? What happened?
Lyndon, sleep. Lyndon, you're okay. Just sleep.
Felix, what happened?
You're 22
Felix.
again. You're number 22. I know it never made sense. Just sleep, Lyndon, please. Like 22.
Is Clover okay?
I'm right here.
Clover, what happened? Are you okay?
He's more okay than you are.
Everyone needs to take a deep breath and stop yelling as soon as they come back to life.
Why is the wolf howling so loud? It's so loud.
She's using her inside voice. Don't worry about it. She's fine. She's the bestest wolf.
Lyndon.
Yeah.
You're okay, but you need to rest because.
Rest for what? I'm fine.
Hey, listen, don't backtalk.
You are not fine.
They killed you. We managed to bring you back to life, but after you rest for a little bit, you need to try to remember what happened.
I think we all need to rest for a little bit. Hey, big guy. Priest man.
Yes. What can I do for you?
You got some empty beds here. You mind if we crash?
We are more than happy to accommodate anyone that needs help.
Great. And I'm gonna pick an empty bed, lie down, and just knock out.
As Lyndon kind of sits up from the bed, he looks at you, Felix, and you, Clover, ignoring pretty much everyone around him. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I feel like I owe you a great debt.
No, I owe you a great debt. Quite literally risked your life for us, and it cost all of us everything. There's no debts to be paid. I'm just happy you're here, and after we rest tomorrow, we need to figure out how to move forward because I don't think it's safe for you here anymore.
For once, listen to your sister.
I don't. All I remember is ravens.
Raven.
I don't know what that means. What is?
We just need to rest.
You, Clover. You've seen your brother have, be upset before. What you're seeing your brother go through now is far above and beyond anything you've ever seen him before. You see tears welling in his eyes. As much as he tries to hide it, you see the emotional trauma he's going through. And
Tristan, can you get us some water?
Did you say Tristan?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it blanked out. Oh, yes. Do I know where water is?
Yeah,
been here
you've
for a
been here
while,
long enough,
but-
Tristan. You know where water is.
Okay. So then I'm looking very blank-minded, like trying to soak in everything that's literally happening in this moment, trying to not be angry, to run to Marie Lynn's and just see it for myself. But I understand it, and I just stand up, arms down, and just look kind of lost and broken, and walk to where I know water is. And I as I start moving faster as I keep going, but I go and get it and bring it back as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna give that to Felix and Lyndon because they need it.
Do I look dry? As I'm burnt to a crisp.
Your skin is getting so scaly.
You always told me I had beautiful complexion. I can't talk, I'm sorry.
Maybe one day, drink up.
Yes, your mother's honey would be amazing on my face. That's what she always said.
Soon, but not yet.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna
go ahead,
find a
Finnick.
bed.
Go ahead, Finnick.
I'm just gonna find a bed and lie down.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything for the night?
After I bring the water and how that plays out, I'm going to go and look for Gormrog
Okay.
and just walk. I don't know wherever he's sleeping, or it's fine where he is. I'm assuming I know the place. I've been there for
Yeah, you've been there for a few days.
yeah. So I go to wherever Gormrog is,
Mhm.
and I don't know if he's sleeping or not, but I just sit hard on his bed next to him, just plop right down to make a presence on purpose.
Fucking
And-
hell.
Go ahead.
Yes, Tristan.
What's wrong with our home? What happened?
Tristan, I got no key points left. I'm hurt real bad. And I'm exhausted. This has been the day from hell. And I need to rest. I need to rest for a long time. I need to rest for a really, really, really long time. I will tell you all about how the Myriad impersonated the Clasp and is now trying to kill us, and we're going to kill every one of them before they get the chance. However, I'm going to sleep first.
And I go and I give a little tight grasp on his shirt, not to pull him to be super aggressive, but to give him the idea of what I'm feeling and pull him up. Only not pull his head off the pillow, but just enough to give a little bit of a neck tweak to if Marie Lynn, Danny, Stir Fry, anybody there are dead, we are going to kill them.
That is literally what I just said.
We're going to kill them.
Tristan, you will get to release all of your anger on the Myriad. We are going to find them. I'm going to point you in a direction, and I'm going to say, kill them. And you're going to get to. And you're going to get to bash their heads in however your little heart sees fit. But before that, and I'm going to gently take his hand and slowly uncurl his fingers one by one, I'm going to sleep.
No words. I just stand up and find my space.
Yeah.
I don't walk out of the room. I literally walk to the next part of the wall, sit
Yep.
down, put my head back, and
As I see everybody has walked away, I am kind of leaning on Lyndon. I think they forgot my legs are broken. I guess I'll stay here with you, Lyndon. And I fall asleep as I lower my hat, and my head's touching Lyndon's head, and that is where I pass out.
Yep.
I
Go ahead. Go ahead, Whisper. Go ahead, Whisper.
I'm so Wolf. I see that Lyndon's alive and awake again. I go over to his hand. I lick his hand, and I put my hand under his hand, and I just curl up like near his wherever he's lying, and just fall asleep until.
I start petting you.
Yep.
I start petting you just for the weirdness when we wake up. I'm petting Whisper.
As Clover sees everyone else find rooms, drift off to sleep, she's going to sneak out.
Yep.
She's going to be as stealthy as possible. She's going to cast Disguise Self on herself.
Okay.
Just going to look like any normal, let's say, gnomish person who she has seen recently, preferably dressed in dark clothing.
Yep.
She is going to stealth her way to the jackal.
Okay.
What?
Do me a favor and roll a stealth check for me.
That is a 23.
nice.
Okay. No issue whatsoever. You are able to easily sneak out. Are you going to accomplish the thing we've talked about?
He's going to walk in and say the secret code.
Yep.
You can talk to Mask Man.
Yep. Okay. So we know where that's going. Me and you know where that's going. Okay.
No, you don't. Why are you just saying that? Come on.
Well, is there something else you want to talk about?
Oh, did I freeze?
No,
Am I
you're good.
frozen?
No, you're not frozen at all.
Oh,
And freeze, she dropped out entirely.
Oh no.
Damn, that was a really good stealth roll. She
I
disappeared.
know. Oh
Yikes.
no. Wait, I'm
Talking about
Tristan now.
misdirecting.
yep. And I'm
Oh
well,
no.
yeah, all different. Yeah.
Maybe
She disguised
Break.
herself so good, I turned into her.
is this a break?
No.
Now we're all rearranged.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Froze.
Now I'm
Oh, no.
where
Sorry
Joe
about
was.
Fucking laptop.
So I just need the camera back on, then we're good.
Oh, okay. Oh, is my camera?
Bad, but-
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone, go ahead and mute what you can hear. Okay. I will give a thumbs up when we're ready to get back into what you
Okay.
can hear.
So
Okay.
deafen ourselves.
Yeah, deafen your calls.
Okay. Give me
Secrets that only
Wait, what's happening?
audience can hear?
Everyone, go ahead and deafen yourselves.
How do I do that?
Don't worry about it. Donald, just pretend you don't hear what we're ready to hear. What's about that?
I can just turn it down until I see a thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
There you
Good
go.
enough.
All right.
Just don't say anything until I give a thumbs up.
Not-
Clover,
Yeah.
as you make your way back towards the jumping jackal, you present the password and make your way back towards the group that, while you've heard about in the past, you're not familiar with. You as much as you would have liked to in your youth pretend you're a part of these things, and I know about these things. I know everything. I'm a part of this group. You make your way towards them, and you present the password. In the dark of night, they allow you entry into the underground passage. Make your way down into the quiet underground of the Jumping Jackal.
I'm going to get rid of disguise self.
Yes, it is quiet. While there are a few people down there who are indulging themselves in the underground environment that the Jumping Jackal provides, you make your way towards the small raised platform of the class members that you're familiar with. You see the masked individual that you're familiar with at this point look towards you. Sorry about everything that happened tonight. We would have done. It happened before we were prepared for. What can we do for you, young rabbit?
We resurrected him, but they killed my brother. They killed several of Gormrog's family. And they know where he lives. We need to kill them. And we need to kill them now. I will do whatever it takes.
Well, what are you willing to do?
Can't leave my team. But I can work with you from a distance. You help us, you protect us, and we go after the Myriad, and we kill them. And I will help you and do your bidding from afar.
You see even underneath the mask, you see the corner of his face curl into a smile. I think that's something we can work with. What's your name again, darling?
Clover.
Clover? I want you to know. I want to get revenge on people that cross us just as much as you do. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you into the clasp. I look forward to everything we can do together.
I hope we can start as soon as possible.
Oh, trust me. It's happening today. Let's make it happen. I look forward to it all.
Clover's just going to reach out her hand and shake his.
No issue. He happily grasps your hand.
He turns, leaves, and heads back to the ward, hopefully before anyone else wakes up.
As you may, roll me another stealth check for me.
That one was 24.
Okay, I'm gonna let everyone back into it, and we're gonna see where we go from here. Okay.
Okay. You guys can unmute yourselves. I knew sign language, but I don't. But
Everyone, give me a thumbs up when you're back. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. Everyone, roll perception checks for me.
What?
I
What?
couldn't figure out the exact deafening, so I just turned my thing all
That's
the way.
fine. I'm not worried about it. Everyone, roll perception checks.
No, what's happening?
Everyone, roll perception check for me.
17.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Ooh, not 20 as
12.
well. 21.
Dirty 20.
Nope, not anymore. Okay.
Cormorag, what'd you roll?
12.
Oh, okay. Whisper and Finnick, as you all have settled down for the night, eventually you notice just actually I need you Whisper and Finnick roll disadvantage because it would have been a disadvantage for this roll.
Perception disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're sleeping, right?
The rest of you already rolled below the thing, so I'm not worried.
The number I gave you
Natural
was
20.
the lower
Rolled a
one.
20.
Another
I rolled a
nat
natural
20.
20 as well.
Disadvantage. I need another disadvantage.
yeah, they both just rolled.
I just rolled 2 nat 20s.
Okay. Finnick, you notice Clover make her way back into the room that you all have all set up for the night. But that's all you notice.
I'm just gonna shrug it off. Assuming, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she went to the bathroom or something. I'm just
Okay.
shrugging it off.
Okay.
17 was my disadvantage. So.
Yeah, you wouldn't have noticed anyone at all. You don't notice any sort of disturbance in the night. Finnick, all you notice is Clover coming in the middle of the night outside of the room. Okay.
Secrets.
Makes me
I
very
do
happy.
believe some of us have to do a bathroom break.
All right. If that's
So-
the case, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm settling in and I'm going to sleep.
Yep. All right. As we tuck her in for the night, we are going to call it for the night. We're going to cut to break. I hope you all stick around because I have a very special surprise for all of you.
Oh God, another one.
No. It's for everyone else.
Oh.
There's a very special surprise. I hope you all enjoy it. There is information in that break. There we go. I know how cameras work. I love you guys. Enjoy the break and enjoy the surprise. Information is linked in that surprise. I'll see you guys soon.
I'm Jacqueline Wilmot, Director of Volunteer and Community Engagement at the Phoenix. We're on a mission to help as many people as we can.
I'm blown away, honestly, by the impact our volunteers are having across the country. The Phoenix is yoga, it's art, it's hiking, it's music. So there's a lot of really exciting things happening at the Phoenix.
Now, because of our virtual volunteer platform, we can take Phoenix anywhere. All they have to do is pick up that volunteer flag, and it's started.
The people, they tend to come to the Phoenix because they get something out of it, you know? There's something genuine about that. And then, you know, along the way, they realize, I can give back. What's so unique about volunteering with the Phoenix is that you can just come as you are, and we will give you the tools and the training to be successful.
I became a volunteer with the Phoenix so that I could give back, even if it's just a little bit of what they've given me. One of my most favorite things about volunteering is meeting people, connecting. I've made friends that I will have for a lifetime.
So it's been a dream of mine to be able to bring fitness or physical activities to the sober community here in Long Beach. And so to hear that the Phoenix was already here and doing that was super exciting for me.
My service to others has been played a major role in my personal recovery. So I like that the Phoenix lets me combine an activity and some service. I also really like riding my bike, so hand in hand they go together.
I love the Phoenix. I don't know. It's just
the classes have really helped me come out of my shell a little bit. I have my confidence back, which I didn't have even though I got clean from drugs and alcohol.
I feel like my life is taking off, and everybody at the Phoenix is helping me do that.
Once Phoenix has helped you rise from the ashes, there's this sort of natural response where you want to do that for other people. And the beauty of that is as soon as they find that strength and fortitude in their recovery, they're reaching back for the next person. And if we did that across the country, imagine how many lives could be touched.
So join us in this movement. Whether you are in recovery or an ally, you have something special to offer. Whether you are looking to lead events or support events, you already have everything you need to bring the Phoenix alive in your community. Get started today. We can't wait to make a difference alongside you.
Welcome back, everyone. Listen, I hope you're excited about the fan art section we have there on our little ad break there. I hope you all enjoyed that. If you have fan art you want to submit, the link was there. So send that fan art to that email address, and you're more than happy to add that into our fan art. Okay, getting into it. Go ahead and everyone pick up where we last left off.
So did we We get a long rest there, buddy boy.
Yes, I would say you all got a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
God, yeah.
It's
So,
amazing. It just popped back into place. Oh,
Oh, thank God.
Long rest. Confirm. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for the ease with which we can do that. Please sponsor us.
I second that.
Yeah.
You. And for doing all the math for us too.
Oh, that's the best part.
that's really the best one.
Numbers are hard.
Unless you're Felix.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Even for Felix, they're still hard.
Yeah, so even though
There's numbers. I don't know what
You
they
never
mean.
forget about the small items you have. You never know when you're gonna need them.
let me,
doesn't mean you can understand it.
as we all settle down for a long rest, let me just go through this, okay, everyone? So please focus for a moment as we bring ourselves to Finnick. As you lay down and enjoy a night's rest, you bring yourself into the night. You let the day's events wash over you, and you slowly drift into the ecstasy of the night. For you are suddenly awoken as you sit on the floor of the study chamber, a small focusing stone held in your hands. Familiar woman sits in front of you, circle around both of you. As she sits there, you see the switch, a long reed held in her hands. Focus on your powers and touch the divine, child. You try and force everything you can to the small stone, desperate to please, or at least avoid what comes next. You feel the sudden burst of pain across your back as the wood suddenly strikes. Focus hard.
I'm trying.
Few moments pass. Pain strikes again. You strain against the effort, desperate to stop what you know is coming next. Focus! Her voice rises. In your mind, you hear her voice again. Low this time. Dirty. Crack! Disgusting. Crack! Impure. Crack! Each strike gets harder to hear everything else but her voice in your head. Crack! Abomination. Suddenly, you feel the switch strike against your cheek. It instantly tastes the blood in your mouth and the warmth running down your face. You see the woman's face inches in front of you. What have you accomplished for me, daughter? You just music here.
Oh, we got swapped again.
You feel each pressing moment against you. You see the woman stand in front of you. The switch long in her hand. You taste the blood in your mouth. And the warmth running down your face where each strike has cut against your skin. And you want to bring your hand to your face. But you know, if you were to do another strike would befall you. You sit there momentarily wondering how to stop this. You feel that instantly the skin separate across your cheek, causing that long cut that you've lived with for years now. You feel your mouth filled with blood. As you look up towards the woman that strikes your face, the face you're so familiar with suddenly roars into a torrent of flames, flames spitting out from the mouth. Go to the temple and beg for forgiveness. Or suddenly, you wake up in a puddle of sweat. Looking out, you wonder, where am I? You're in the place that you know. You're here with the people that you've dealt with. You know where you are. It's okay. You're not there. She can't hurt you. There's other things to deal with. And you awake to this echoes that you've grown familiar with in this space. As you awake, you see the fire around you before it suddenly and slowly fades to black, and you are safe. You are within the space that you're familiar with. You are safe. You are here. You know where you are. Everything's okay. We're okay. We know where we are. We're moving on. We're okay. You're safe. Fennec, what would you like to do?
Assuming it's still the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I just sort of brush my hands along my face. I guess sort of wiping off any sweat or dirt that was left from the day's events. Just grounding myself again.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll just try and go back to bed, but I will change to a bed that's closer to the rest of the party.
Okay. Who are you waking up for the next shift?
Well, is somebody awake for this current shift?
Who would have taken the first shift?
I guess everybody was sort of passed out.
Okay. Roll d6. Everyone. Finnick, roll d6.
You know what? I'm just gonna stay up the rest of the night. I don't want to wake anybody else up.
Fair enough. Okay.
If nobody else was awake prior.
Okay.
Granted, we're in a safe space.
Yep. As you attempt to reorient yourself in the insanity of the day, understanding that this is something that you've seen before. You've seen people resurrected before. You're familiar with the Platinum Dragon, knowing where you're from. You're familiar with the respite of people being brought back from the dead. You know what all that means, and you focus everything you have on yourself, the history you have, and the people you've dealt with. You are able to move forward from that space. Roll a religion check for me.
That's a 10.
Okay. You have dealt with the Platinum Dragon's respite before. You know who they are, what they believe, and you're familiar with the things that they believe, and they push forward in their beliefs. You understand all that, and you're prepared for all that, and you have accepted all that. As much as it is a disdain for you, you know that this is what happens. This is who these people are. This is the life you have come to expect. And you've moved on from that, and you've accepted that, and you know that that's the kind of life you have to live now. That's who you are. That is what you are. You don't have a choice. That is what you are. You know your place. This is your place. This is what it means to be who you are. And that is what you rely on as you think through every second of every moment of what you work through and what you think through until the sun slowly starts to rise and your party starts to wake. And you are greeted by this sun of the day. And you look around, and your allies, Gormrug, Felix, Whisper, Clover, and the recently acquired Tristan. This is who you are. You have no choice. This is who you are. This is what you have brought. This is what is you. This is what you expect. You don't have a choice. This is who you are. Welcome to the everyday life you expect to live. Finnick, who's the first person you wake up to greet?
Probably Gormrog.
Gormrog. You see Finnick there waking up. She's been staying up all night. You can see in her face. This is who she's done her best to incorporate the night, and you see her waking you up.
Hey, what's going on?
The sun is up. I didn't know if we needed... I didn't know if we had anything we needed to do today, so I figured... It's not sunrise, but...
Yeah. We should get everybody together. Is Whisper still a wolf? I'm gonna look over at her. I know she's not, but she's still curled up in a little ball. And just... Yeah.
Do I hear any of this, or am I
You're waking up, probably.
I mean, unless something's changed in the last couple of days, Tristan usually sleeps in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
in your nose.
I'm gonna say let's wake everybody up. We got a lot to talk about. We got to figure out what our goals are, what's happening next, because I want to suss out every last one of them and tear their throats out. And I'm sure there's a couple in our group who would say, yeah, let's do that. But I also know that you're dealing with a lot. I still have to report back to the Cobalt Reserve. I need to keep my head about me, and we need to make sure that Lyndon and Felix are okay, and that Clover's not, gonna go on a homicidal rampage to just anyone she meets, because that's probably what she'd do if we hadn't actually saved Lyndon.
We just need to take it one step at a time.
Yeah. First step, let's wake everybody up.
Clover's been awake for a couple of minutes now. She listened to that whole conversation. She yawned and stretched really loud, but no one acknowledged her at all.
I'm sorry.
Check.
I didn't actually hear it. Your mic probably cut out for a second.
Oh, no. Role play.
Oh, okay.
Clover did that. Yes. Clover's just like, hey, guys.
Morning. How you feeling?
I could sleep more.
Same.
But not while the sun's up.
Well, I think we could all sleep more, but right now we need to figure out what we're doing. Because that guy was on top of my house when he was shouting at us. He took out Marie Lynn's. We can't stay here in the temple.
No, we can't.
We need to figure out what we're doing. So, and I'm going to walk over to Tristan and I'm just going to flick his ear. Just really gently, just flick. Just something we used to do.
When I feel that flick, his eyes open and they're hardcore reptilian, very, very like serious rage almost, and it flashes for a second and then he stops. T.
Not right now, Tristan. Come on, wake up. And I'm going to pat his shoulder. Just
uses the hilt of his sword to stand himself up and follows the group.
Okay. What do we want to do here, folks? What's the plan here?
First things first, we have to get Lyndon somewhere safe. Lyndon, are there quarters within the guard that can protect you until we can get you home?
Lyndon is still very much exhausted. from being dead.
Yeah, that you're gonna be tired. You've been mostly dead all day.
I'm gonna walk over and wake up the rest of them who are in a cuddle puddle on the floor currently.
Oh my god. You're not wolf anymore. I am so sorry. We need to talk about first base when it comes to you being a wolf.
What?
We'll talk about that later. Was I petting you last night?
I don't know.
Is Lyndon okay? Let's go to
No, you were.
Clover. I don't know. What am I supposed to do from here?
Well, first, before we leave here, we're going to talk to the clerics who resurrected you, and we're going to find out what that comes along with, because you can't
Die.
You can't die and come back to life without something.
I mean, the sentence ends there. You can't die.
Word.
How did I die? I don't know. What how did I
You
die?
did. You don't want to know.
We've gone over this. We need to relax now.
How?
We need to find a safe place where we can get you to.
What
if
am I
they
supposed to
find out-
do? How did this happen?
You're whining a little bit, and that's unlike you. It's fine, you died. You're going to be a little bit unlike yourself for a while. But let's be quiet for a second and talk to the clerics, like I said, so we can find out what's next.
Okay.
I'm going to go find the clerics.
Okay.
Rog, do you happen to have any coffee date, Clover? She seems a little on edge.
Honestly, I don't think, given the aggressive chick with daggers, caffeine is a good idea right now. She may be on edge, but then she'll be on edge and hyper, and I don't think I'm fast enough to keep up with that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow the kid.
Let's
Gormog sounds like he's in his mid-30s just dealing with a group of children.
let's
Not wrong. Well, I mean, he's late 20s, but
So Clover's going to look for the cleric.
Okay. It's easy enough for you to find one of the clerics. What are you trying to accomplish with this?
I would like to ask them questions, like I said.
Okay. So you find a female water ganassi that you find a female water ganassi, and she is more than happy to answer your questions. What can I do for you?
Good morning. First off, I wanted to thank you and everyone else for helping last night. But as we move on, I know that being resurrected does not come without consequence. And I'd like to know what my brother should expect moving forward.
Well, and as you look at her, she is beautiful white hair tied in this little bun that comes to the top of her head. The typical white and silver robes that everyone in this space has. But looking at her, you see her ears have a few holes in it that you gather are meant for piercings, but are not currently occupied by such. She looks at you, and she's more than accepting of the style of life you're presenting to her. Well, there is a few things that you could do for us, and This is we are the the Platinum Respite, and we are more than, if not a little, interested in ensuring that you are able to come to an agreement with us. So we are not so interested in accomplishing
I'm
the task.
confused. I'm not offering to help you in any way. Once I leave here, I hope I never come back. I want to know my brother was resurrected from the dead. I want to know what consequences from that he should expect to face in the future within his life.
Well, we should expect you to pay the debt that is incurred by that.
We did.
Yeah, we paid the money for him to be resurrected, so what does that mean for him now? How does it affect his living?
If that's all you've done, if that's the extent of it, we are considered square as far as the Platinum Rest is concerned.
So my alive, normal, he's gonna have no after effects, he's not gonna have any demons inside of him, any shadow.
We are by no means associated with any sort of demons. Your friend Tristan has
alive now. So, but he's good. He's good to go.
100%. We by no means expect to incur any sort of debt towards him. Your friend Tristan here has incurred a debt that he will have to pay, but as far as the rest of the Platinum Respite is concerned, there is no there's nothing that we have to be concerned about.
That wasn't exactly my question, but I understand.
That's fine.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you have a pleasant day.
As we hope you have a pleasant day.
Thank you. Clover is going back to the group and telling everyone Lyndon is going to have absolutely no repercussions from this whatsoever. He is just alive now.
Yep. As long as that's all paid up, you're good to go.
And Tristan, exactly how much do you owe?
I have no clue. We haven't talked about that. I came here
Cool,
a day and a half ago, and they've been treating me for things that I'm not even prepared to talk about. You know.
Okay, I do know. And we're going to have to talk about it. In fact, we all have a lot to talk about. I'm taking you out of here. But first...
Are you going to bring me to Mariland?
No. Not right now. But we all need to talk. Huddle up, everybody.
Okay, what's the plan, everyone? Where are we going from here?
So, Lyndon, he's good?
Yes,
Clover?
Lyndon has been resurrected without issue.
Cool. Felix, how you feeling?
I feel like utter shit. I almost feel half myself. I'm walking rather slow and breathing is hard.
Yeah, you'll feel better when you have coffee.
That was me metagaming 4 levels of exhaustion. I don't know if coffee will fix my issues.
Oh my goodness.
How long do you need to rest?
Let's see, 4 times 24 hours, because I'm adding some for beauty sleep, obviously. Maybe a little tired.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
If Lyndon's letters to me over the past several years are correct, I believe that there is a medic area within the ward, and perhaps they can both visit there and stay there for a couple of hours and rest up a little bit more while we take care of some business.
Yep.
No, I will follow you. Like I said, I'm a little slower, but I can keep up.
Well, let's at least see if they have any medicine that they can give you.
Worst case scenario, you can ride on my shoulders.
Yeah. But we should take Lyndon there. He's going to need more rest, and I believe that that's the safest place for him.
Is this being spoken out loud?
Yep.
Yeah.
So nobody's worried about Relands. We're
I
not
am
going
really
back to look at anything. We're not going to see who's alive. We're not going to
Kristen?
see where my family
We
is. Where
are.
I'm gonna
my
We're dropping
put
off
my hand
Lindsay,
over his
and
mouth.
then we're going to talk about Marie Lynn's.
I'm sorry. It's a lot to handle right now, I know. We just need to take
Yeah.
it one thing at a time. We need
Maybe
to
it's
Gee, you
find out.
missed a lot.
Where's that coffee you guys were talking about?
okay.
Not
I
here.
told you, Cornrog. I told you.
So
Okay.
we're going to go. We're going to go to help
Lyndon.
help him, help Lyndon,
One step at a time.
and then we're going to see who's alive and who's not.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet Felix and I can take Lyndon to the hospital or to the guard station ourselves if you guys want to go.
I don't want to split the party again. I'll go
And
with
if
you.
we are being honest with ourselves, if wherever we go, we will be a target and we will hurt those around us. Must make
From
what
the
we do
frog
quick.
guy?
Yeah.
He seemed like he will come back, and I don't remember taking him out last night. Did somebody, Clover? You threw something at him, right?
Hopefully, after today, he will no longer be an issue.
I don't
What do you
know
mean
what
by
that
that?
means.
That's
I mean, if we don't kill him, we will kill him. We will find him.
Can I roll insight on that as I'm watching my sister lie to me?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight check.
I'm guessing lie. I don't know.
Be a bad liar.
That was 13.
Can I roll deception?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the deception check.
That was a 13.
Wow.
Ah! I stare at you.
Listen, we know where they are. We know where their barracks are underground. And none of us are going to let them get away with what they've done. So we're going to go make sure that the people who need care get that care. And then we're going to go take care of business because he killed my brother and he almost killed my best friend. And he killed Gormrog and Tristan's family. And we are not going to let them get away with that.
No.
Yes.
There's not just him, though. He's part of a larger group. We know that there was the tiefling chick, the
Dead.
frog dude.
He's dead.
Right. She's dead. We got the frog dude. But we should also look into the other, I guess he was a half-orc or a Goliath or some big dude who was nice to Talon.
Yeah.
But the other members of the Myriad, if they're here,
And
if they're elsewhere.
last night too. It's not just us after them.
No.
Sorry, what'd you say? You broke up, Tess.
It's not
They-
just us.
Yeah. Sorry. It's not just us who wants them dead after last night. They have enemies. And we know that.
I know the clasp for sure. After trying to impersonate them and
I'm hungry for some frog legs.
It's something I learned from Clover a long time ago. We were at the forest once. The snake went to go bite me. Clover said if you cut the head off the snake might wither a little bit, but eventually it will die. So no matter what we do, maybe we should just kill this frog. Cutting the head off the snake of this organization, per se, and let it wither and die on its own.
We don't
Problem
know
with
if
that.
the frog is the head. We just know the frog was leading the red girl.
Well,
But
he
either
would be
way, he's dead.
cut his
He's
head
dead.
off
I'm
anyway.
getting him. He's gonna be my dinner.
So, Felix, if you take 17 and you subtract 1, Whether or not it's the first one or the last one, it's still only 1 out of 17. You still got 16 left. And just because they don't have that lead number doesn't mean they're not there.
There are numbers in between that connect. Once you take that firm number away, all the other foundation numbers disappear. And slowly, they drift off.
They're still there, Felix.
Then we erase all the other numbers. Very easy.
There will just be a new lead number. And yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to kill every single member of the Myriad. At least, that's my plan. However, there are other things we need to talk about.
When he
Tristan.
says that we're going to kill every single member, I'm going to walk. Tristan's going to walk right up to him, lightly grab his shirt and pull his chest forward and whisper, "Do you promise? Do you promise that we are going to finish this?"
Tristan, I've chosen a life of pacifism. I've chosen a life where I deny Groomsh and the anger he put in every half-orc across Exandria. I have lived a life rejecting the barbarians who raised me, and I have decided I'm going to kill every last member of the Myriad. Now you can either accept that, or you can keep questioning me.
I let go and give him a light, heavy shove, and then hug him very seriously. A little bit of tears and small, but gets back off that, stops, looks back at the group, only known the group for that small little intermission we did before knowing what's happening now. Sees the battered and bloodied, bruised, everything that's happened that I don't know, but I can see it. I look at everyone. I give a nod to each single person. I look back at Gormrog. I go to the door and just stand there and wait till we leave.
Tristan, before you walk out...
I don't walk out, I go to the door.
No, I know, as you're walking away, before you go, you should show him your back. If it's enough that you're going to walk away from this, they deserve to know.
I take my sword, unsheath it, put it right in the middle of my shirt, rip it open. My shirt and everything, my hoodie fall down, and in Tristan's back, you see nothing but scar tissue everywhere. Scar tissue and random chromatic scales. Yellow, red, green, orange, just random chromatic scales just in different spots that you can clearly see they're being torn off and regrown and torn off, and it's also, you see on the back of his arms, there's by bicep areas in the back of his arms, same scar tissue, but you don't see any scales there. They don't, but still scar tissue from, you can see scale, Dagonish shapes, and a little bit on his neck, but not as bad. And as he leans forward and shows it, gives everyone a good 10, 15, 20 seconds to absorb and look, and then walks out the door. Doesn't walk away, doesn't leave, just walks out the door.
As you look, as Tristan attempts to make his way out of the room, you see scars across the entirety of the elf's back. gold, red, blue, copper, green, black, yellow, blue, black scales across the elven's back. And the few of you that have paid attention, you remember the time Tristan raged in front of all of you. His eyes turning into the draconic slits that you didn't understand at the time, but you recognize now his eyes and the face that, while before you weren't truly understanding. And Whisper, this transformation speaks to you in a way more than everyone else. What does this all mean? Who and what does this mean?
So,
what is it? Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
May I?
Go ahead, Gomrock.
Tristan came to the Rivermoor tribe by way of wandering through a forest, naked and alone. We found him bare-knuckle brawling against a direwolf, naked in a forest. The wolf killed him. Well, brought him to unconsciousness, and then we stepped in. And we took him in. And we taught him how to be a barbarian. But it wasn't us that gave him the rage. It wasn't us that gave him the strength. It wasn't us that gave him those scales and the draconic nature of his aggression. He had that when we found him, but he wasn't born with it either. It's something that came upon him through something else. He doesn't talk about it, so don't bother asking. We taught him how to channel the rage. We taught him how to tap into it and use it for himself, but those scales have been growing and spreading on his back and on his arms and on his neck. And it's getting worse. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing, or just a thing, but it's freaking him out. So if we can find somebody who might know anything about dragon scales, and I'm going to look at the clerics in the building, because clearly he's been here a couple days and nothing's changing. And I'm going to look at my friends again and I say, we may want to stop and have a conversation. Should we find anybody who might know anything about that? Because to be honest, I told him I'd help him, and I have no idea what the hell that is.
Roll a investigation check for me, Gomrock. I will say over the 24 hours that you've had this conversation with everyone.
11.
It's not necessary. You have put this information out there.
Mm-hmm.
You have, and you, while you haven't had a specific conversation with Tristan, you imagine he has had a conversation with everyone else, at least in the Platinum Dragon's Rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he's here in the Platinum Dragon's Respite and his dragon scales are getting worse, so I imagine he's told them what's been going on.
You've gathered as much that he came here because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked up on that.
Through the conversation, you end up having a conversation with a young lady, a young woman, Water Ganassi. She ends up introducing herself as Ocean Tide Rider. She engages you in conversation. She speaks to you about what Tristan has told her, and she ends up revealing things to you about Tristan's affliction. And while Tristan has done his best to remain anonymous in all this, throughout the 24 to 48 hours that you all have kind of like introduced yourselves and come to know each other through this portion of conflict, as it were.
Yeah, we've only known each other for a couple of days.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah. She senses the connection you and Tristan have. And as she reveals these things to you, you get the sense that she wants the best for Tristan, and she is telling you these things to try and heal and move forward and find a place for Tristan in the world, because she is concerned about him, and she doesn't really know what it means and what the things Tristan has dealt with. So Tristan has been subjected to a group that has sought to bring about the 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 rising and the forwarding of the Bahamut's arch nemesis.
Uh-huh.
Tiamat has, in some form, cursed your friend. Whether he understands it or not, Tiamat has instilled this curse on his body. What that
Then I'm gonna
means, you have
punch Tiamat too. Just add it to the list.
What that means, you have no idea. But you understand that the friend you have known for years, who has done nothing to tell you of such things, has been cursed by a god of chaos. And this is all new information for you.
Yeah. No, I'm just, I don't need to take time to process this. Tristan probably doesn't understand it himself. I'm just gonna roll with it. Just, sure, new information. What's that? Murder hornets on the West Coast? Okay, cool. What's next? Cookie monsters walking down the street? Sure. Okay, what's next? Tiamat's cursed my best friend? Sure. Okay. She's gonna get punched too. So we got the Myriad. We got the cult of Vecna, or whatever the hell is hiding within the Spellrite Sanctum, potentially. Not that we saw anything to indicate that. We got this cult of Tiamat. What do you want to hit first?
That being said, as you all, having raised the friend that you have recently acquired, Clover's brother from the dead, Finnick, you having processed the trauma that this all has kind of come through in the day. Whisper, you being thrust into a situation you tried to escape for 20, 30 years. Felix, you having spent the last 20 years trying to focus and understand your point and your position in this world and understand what all these numbers around you mean. Clover, having spent the entirety of your youth preparing to join the world and just not even prepared for what all that means, as you have seen your brother die and resurrected seemingly at your own hands.
Whoa.
Go ahead, say what you got to say.
Oh, I just said whoa. That's all.
Okay. Finnick, all of the things you've seen in your life, having dealt with all of this, you are prepared to move forward from this point. That is where we're going to call it from the night.